Welcome back to Firepower. Every year, American hunters ask the same question, and every year the answers seem louder, more confusing, and more divided. What is the best hunting cartridge? Social media pushes trends. Ballistics charts flood your screen. New cartridges promise flatter trajectories, higher velocity, and revolutionary performance. But when hunting season arrives and you're standing in the cold with a rifle in your hands, most of that noise disappears. What's left is a simple truth. The best hunting cartridge is not the newest, the fastest, or the most hyped. It's the one that works when conditions aren't perfect, when nerves are high, when the shot isn't textbook, and when you only get one chance. Today, we're breaking down the most popular hunting cartridges for 2026, but not the way most lists do. This isn't about bragging rights or internet arguments. This is about real-world effectiveness, ethical kills, recoil management, ammunition availability, and forgiveness when things don't go exactly as planned. Because in 2026, most missed opportunities won't come from bad rifles. They'll come from choosing the wrong cartridge for the wrong reasons. Before we rank anything, let's set the ground rules. A truly great hunting cartridge must deliver consistent penetration on North American game. It must offer recoil that most hunters can manage under stress. It must be available across the country, even in small-town stores. And it must give the hunter enough margin for error to still make a clean, ethical kill if conditions aren't ideal. With that in mind, let's begin. We start with number 5, the .270 Winchester. The .270 Winchester has been around for a century, and that alone tells you something. Cartridges don't survive that long by accident. The .270 earned its reputation through flat trajectory, manageable recoil, and excellent performance on deer-sized game. For hunters who spend time in open terrain, the .270 shines. It stretches distance without requiring magnum recoil, and it rewards disciplined shot placement. However, the .270 also has a personality. It doesn't forgive poor angles as easily as heavier calibers. It relies on velocity and proper bullet construction to do its work. When shots are well placed, it performs beautifully. When they aren't, the margin for error shrinks. That's why the .270 often appeals to experienced hunters who trust their fundamentals. Next is number 4, the 6.5 Creedmoor. Few cartridges have sparked as much debate in recent years as the 6.5 Creedmoor. Some call it overrated. Others call it revolutionary. The truth sits somewhere in between. The 6.5 Creedmoor earned its popularity by making accurate shooting easier for more people. Low recoil, high ballistic coefficients, and excellent wind performance allow hunters to stay calm and place shots precisely. For deer, antelope, and even elk within reasonable distances, the 6.5 Creedmoor is extremely effective. Where it truly excels is reducing shooter error. Less recoil means less flinching. Less blast means better follow-through. That combination results in better shot placement for many hunters. But the Creedmoor is not magic. It still demands discipline. Pushing it beyond its intended range or using improper bullets can lead to disappointing results. It rewards patience and precision, not rushing or ego. At number 3 is the .308 Winchester. If there were a cartridge defined by balance, it would be the .308. It doesn't do anything dramatically, it just works, consistently. The .308 delivers reliable penetration, predictable terminal performance, and recoil that most hunters can manage. It's effective on everything from deer to elk, and even moose with proper shot placement. One of the 308's greatest strengths is availability. You can find 308 ammunition almost anywhere in the United States. During shortages, it's often one of the last cartridges still on shelves. That matters more than people like to admit. Practice builds confidence, and confidence builds clean kills. The 308 doesn't care about trends. It doesn't need to. It has quietly proven itself in hunting camps, battlefields, and training ranges for decades. It rarely surprises you, and that reliability is exactly why so many hunters trust it. Number 2 is the .300 Winchester Magnum. The .300 Win Mag represents raw power and long-range capability. It hits hard. It carries energy far, and when used correctly, it delivers devastating terminal performance on large game like elk, moose, and bear. For hunters who regularly deal with wide open spaces and strong winds, the .300 Win Mag can feel like the ultimate solution. But power always comes with trade-offs. The recoil of the .300 Win Mag is substantial. For many hunters, especially those who don't practice regularly, that recoil can quietly erode accuracy. Flinching, rushed shots, and poor follow-through are common problems. The cartridge itself doesn't miss. Shooters do. The .300 Win Mag demands respect. In the hands of a disciplined hunter, it's incredibly effective. In the hands of someone chasing power for its own sake, it can become a liability. That brings us to number 1, the .30-06 Springfield. More than a cartridge, the .30-06 is a benchmark. Introduced over a century ago, it has refused to be replaced despite countless challengers. The reason is simple: versatility. The .30-06 can fire a wide range of bullet weights, from light, fast projectiles for deer to heavy, deep penetrating bullets for the largest North American game. Few cartridges offer that kind of flexibility without stepping into extreme recoil territory. The .30-06 provides power without punishing the shooter. It offers forgiveness when angles aren't perfect. It performs reliably in cold, heat, rain, and snow. And perhaps most importantly, it's available everywhere. If you walk into a rural hardware store anywhere in America, chances are you'll find .30-06 on the shelf. That matters. Because a cartridge you can't find or afford is a cartridge you can't practice with. The .30-06 doesn't win on paper. It wins in the field. When conditions are imperfect, when shots are rushed, when the animal doesn't present a perfect broadside, the .30-06 still delivers. That margin for error is why it continues to top lists year after year. But here's the part most lists don't talk about. The best hunting cartridge is meaningless if you don't shoot it well. Recoil tolerance, rifle fit, and familiarity matter more than energy figures. A hunter who practices regularly with a moderate cartridge will always outperform a hunter who fears pulling the trigger on a powerful one. Shot placement remains the single most important factor in ethical hunting. No cartridge can fix a rushed shot. No bullet can compensate for poor judgment. But the right cartridge can forgive small mistakes, and forgiveness matters when adrenaline takes over. It's also worth mentioning what didn't make the list. Ultra magnums, wildcat cartridges, and niche rounds often promise incredible performance, but they also bring high recoil, expensive ammunition, and limited availability. For the average American hunter in 2026, those drawbacks outweigh the benefits. Reliability, familiarity, and access matter more than theoretical performance. So what's the takeaway? The most popular hunting cartridges aren't popular because of marketing. They're popular because they work. They've survived decades of use, changing technology and shifting trends. They continue to put meat in freezers and tags on antlers because they balance power with practicality. Choosing a hunting cartridge is not about proving anything to strangers online. It's about making a clean, ethical kill and coming home knowing you did the job right. As we head into 2026, ask yourself an honest question. What cartridge do you shoot best? What cartridge can you practice with regularly? And what cartridge gives you confidence when the moment arrives? Those answers matter far more than any ranking. Now we want to hear from you. Which cartridge do you trust most and why? Have you stuck with a classic or moved to something newer? Drop your experience in the comments. Real-world stories help hunters make better decisions. If you want more honest, experience-based breakdowns like this, make sure you're subscribed to Firepower. We focus on what actually works, not what trends. Stay safe, hunt ethically, and we'll see you in the next one.